Assalamu alaikum, hello everyone. My name is Mohammad Arazmeen and I'm official representative at NC Places. Today's video is going to be on Australia, and as we all know that today is the historic day in the history of Australia, maybe because Australia is opening up their international borders. They have actually opened up their international borders from 15th of December, from today. And we are going to discuss the scenario that is going to be built now, what is going to happen now in Australia. We are going to discuss that in this particular video, so kindly do watch the full video. And for all those people who haven't subscribed to our channel, kindly subscribe the channel so that you can get the latest information on daily and regular basis. Now, the border was actually expected to open on 1st of December. Statement came in that they will open by 1st of December. Then Omicron variant came in from Africa, and 15 days there was a delay. But after these 15 days delay, only Australia is opening up the borders. Now, if you compare this Australia with the previous one, the situation was that they locked Australia for more than 18 months, for nearly 2 years. There was a ban on international travel. Their own citizens were stranded there. Situation has changed a lot. I'm making this video and discussing these points basically because most of the students are still worried about their air tickets, whether they should purchase or not, whether they should wait or not, and because they think Australia is quite unreliable. So I'm going to try to make it easy for you to make that particular decision. Australia has been very strict as from the beginning when COVID-19 came into Australia, into this world basically, but now they have been very relaxed. Even the Omicron variant is there. Cases are building up on daily basis, but still they are opening up the international borders. The reopening of Australia borders came as its most popular state, New South Wales, reopened its biggest one-day rise in the cases in 4 months. International borders are open now, but in the last 4 months, the biggest cases rise has came into New South Wales. Borders are open, but in last 4 months, the biggest rise in the COVID-19 cases. Now, if you compare this Australia with the previous one that we used to see in the last year, they were very reluctant, they were very strict. They weren't going to open up the international borders at any cost. But now they are opening up the international borders. So this basically means that their mentality has been changed now. Now, PM Scott Morrison has said, we are going to live with this virus and we are not going to let it drag us back to where we have been. Morrison told radio station 4BC, we have got one of the highest vaccination rates, which means we can fight this thing. We don't have to surrender to it. Now they are saying that they have the, technically he's saying they have the best medical system, they have the best medical team. Even if the COVID-19 cases are rising, it doesn't matter. We are going to open up international borders and he can fight this thing. PM Scott Morrison was not saying these things last year. But now he is making these particular statements that he can fight it. He is basically bringing up the confidence into the community of Australia and the businesses of Australia. And the most important factor behind this statement is that Australia has nearly 90% of the population that is age over 16 has been double vaccinated, has been fully vaccinated, and they have cut the waiting time for booster shots as well. So they are moving forward with the booster shots as well. That is why Australia is feeling more confident that their new cases will not come in, and they can survive this virus and they can live with that basically. That is what they are basically saying. Morrison, who had been deemed a casual contact after attending last week, along with the COVID-19 infected person, said he had been cleared to fly for Queensland after taking the negative result. Now he will be moving forward to Queensland as well. Australia closed its border in March 2020, as we all know, and now they are opening up, and the situation has totally changed. Another reason, there's another factor that why they are bringing in the skilled workers and international students. That's a very important point. Why they're doing that? The return of foreign students who are worth $35 billion Australian dollars. They have the worth of 35 billion Australian dollars. That is why they are bringing back international students on annual basis to Australian economy, and they will help businesses as well to fill many casual jobs. More than 235,000 foreigners, including about 160,000 students, held visas for Australia at the end of October. By the end of October, there were more than 160,000 student visas already. So students are basically dying to go to Australia and they want to study in Australia. New South Wales, home to Australia's biggest city of Sydney, lifted most restrictions from Wednesday for the unvaccinated, despite a steady rise in the Omicron variant infection after a staggered reopening. But cases are rising, they are building up, but they are lifting the restrictions as well, so that when the fully vaccinated people are going to come in, they can, you can say, enjoy life there a little bit. So now to conclude this video, Australia Omicron variant is there. Cases are rising, but Australia is has decided to open up the international borders. Australia will follow this path now, because if they want to survive in this global world, if they want to survive in this, if they want their economy to survive, they need to let people in, especially the skilled workers and international students, because these are the two categories that are going to fill those gaps and going to contribute into the economy of Australia. That's how Australia basically works. So they have to do that. Cases are rising, but Australia is opening up. PM Scott Morrison, who was very, you can say, his statements were quite depressing for international students, but now he's giving hope. He's saying again and again that we'll be moving forward, we will not be going back. We have the best medical team, we have the best medical system, we can fight this thing, and we are going to live with it. So this categorically means that borders are open now. Get your air tickets booked, start traveling to Australia, start applying to Australia, and Feb intake, then there will be July intake. You will be taking your classes in Australia. Now, like the rest of the world, Australian borders are open, and they are going to open because they are confident that they have been vaccinated, and the variants that are available there right now, those particular vaccines can fight those variants. That is not going to be an issue. So don't worry at all. Borders are open now, and inshallah they will remain open. So start getting your tickets booked, start traveling to Australia, and all the students who haven't started their process, kindly start the process for Feb 2022 intake, because you still have time. Many students are saying that December is almost there. We are in the middle of the December, and we don't have much time for Feb intake. It's quite wrong. You still have time. You can still start and complete your process, and you can travel to Australia by Feb intake. Right, so I hope you have liked this video. Can you do tell me in the comment section what are your views regarding this video, and if you have any particular question or query, you can ask me in the comment section. Right, thank you very much for your time. Take care. Allah Hafiz.